So this is a few clips from our lower body heavy workout the other day. So the workout was to work up to a heavy double in the deadlift. See a good set out of Steven right here. This actually wasn't his top set, but he had a lot of trouble keeping his head down. So you can see as he's pulling right there, his head is staying straight up. It kind of causes his low back to round a little bit more than we wanted it to. Here's a warm-up set for Nick. 475, which he pulls really well. But on that second rep, you can see a little bit more low back than that hitch, so we called it right there. He has 500 in the tank, he just didn't do it today. Devin came up. Devin's probably the best deadlifter in this group. We had him just do 475 for a double right here as his top set, just because he'd been out of the gym for a couple months. He's working a new job. It's messed with his schedule some. Getting close to my top set right here. This is 475. Moved it pretty well. My big thing is avoiding hitching, and I was able to avoid the hitch on both those reps, which I felt pretty good about. Jumped from 75 to, that's 495 on the bar right there. And that moved pretty well. Second rep's much more of a grind for me to get through, but I was really happy to be able to hit that weight on that day. And then I felt good enough, I went ahead and popped up to 510, trying to hit that for a double. And you can see right here, that lockout is a struggle for me. Didn't hitch it, so it's actually a PR for me, but it was certainly not going to happen for a second rep, so I just gave up and moved on. So then the next movement was a pause squat. So we've been alternating, you know, heavy deadlift one week, heavy squat the next. And so whenever we do a heavy deadlift workout, we do some accessory squatting. And whenever we do a heavy squat workout, we do some accessory deadlifting. So front squats, pause squats, you know, something. Today, since we deadlifted heavy, we were doing some pause squats. Supposed to be a 3-second pause. Not bad for Gabe right here. That's a Duffalo bar, so it's actually, it looks like 245, but it's actually about 12 pounds heavier, so, you know, solid lift right there from Gabe. Good depth on all those. I'm coming in here second. Kind of same situation as Gabe. Really good depth on all these. I think I got most of mine to about 3 seconds. That's what we were aiming for, but as I got fatigued, I know Gabe cut some of his short. I cut some of mine short too. Just, you know, putting some work in. It would have been good to have the perfect 3-second hold, but the depth was the most important thing. And you can see here as I get fatigued, especially doing this after deadlifting, you'll see my back starts to round a little bit as I'm trying to come up out of the hole. So I need to work on staying tighter out of the bottom. I'm not wearing a belt for these sets, which is an excuse. That C shape I'm getting into right there is what I want to avoid. You'll see it on the next rep. I'm going to do it even worse. Last winter I went for a 500-pound squat after doing 480 pretty well, and I got bent over pretty bad right there and then couldn't get out of there with 500 on my back. At about 260 it shouldn't be a problem, but that's something that'll show up later. And then our accessory little extra help for the day, we did something we don't do a lot of just because we do a lot of groups and we only have the one cable machine, but it's a pull through on the cable machine. And basically the way I coach it is it's just like a really good kettlebell swing, you know, chin tucked down, flat back, you know, hinging at the hips, and then keeping your hands up high on your thighs, just kind of hinging back and then driving those hips through forcefully. Some of the women really liked it because they felt a lot of glute drive out of it, and some of the women hated it because it seemed awkward and uncomfortable. But it was a good workout. That's one of our typical lower body workouts right there. If you like this video, go ahead and make sure you like it and subscribe to our channel. We're going to be putting out a lot more of these just so you can kind of see what our actual workouts look like and kind of get some coaching tips, because you see between our workout group, you're going to see just about every flaw you can imagine in these workouts. So you can see how we try to correct it and what we're looking for out of our lifters. Thanks for watching.